Oh, Internet, happy hump day. I'm so happy to see all of you. Scarlett's ready to go already. She was sitting there nudging it. Okay, yeah, she can't wait. All right, come on, let's go. Let's say hi. All right, okay. You excited to say hi to everybody? It's raining over here, folks. Hey, Casey Martin. Yes, there we go. Yeah, it's raining over here in NorCal. Every time it rains here in the Bay Area or Santa Cruz, Northern California, anywhere in California, actually, they call it an atmospheric river. Every time now. The term became popular a few years ago, and now it's everywhere. Scarlett, get out from there. Get out. You're not allowed under there. You know this. Get out from under there. Go lay down right now. Go lay down. I don't know what has gotten into her. Atmospheric river, folks. Such an annoying phrase. Let's see how we're doing. Schizoid man, nice to see ya. All right, it's hump day. Plenty going on. We got some Ben Shapiro shenanigans, don't we? We sure do. Plenty of stuff to talk about. We got Jake Shields is getting death threats. This is going to be, unfortunately, because you know how much I hate the topic. Wally World, how we doing? This is going to be a little bit centered around the whole Israel-Palestine thing, and you know what? I'm just going to try and present stuff as neutrally as possible because I'm just going to try and say what's going on. That's it. And probably won't end up happening. I'll probably end up putting my 2 cents in like I always do. But I'm going to try to just say what's going on there. Oh, you were in Watsonville? Flying around Watsonville. Check you out. That's freaking awesome. I love that little airport right there. I got a run in like right before it started raining. It was very nice. I'm going to have to run in the rain the rest of the week. It's going to suck, you guys. It's going to absolutely suck. I have to do my long run on Saturday in the rain. So that's going to be a bummer. Got to do it. Got to go run 15. Actually, oh crap. I think I'm doing 17 miles on Saturday. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be the biggest run I've done in a long time. And yeah, so a little concerned about that one. Bantering less. How we doing? It's raining in SoCal too? It's probably raining more in SoCal. It's just kind of drizzling up here, even though they're saying atmospheric river, but yeah, that's not happening so much. But all right, let's before we get started, if you guys give the like button a tap, it'd be super helpful. It'd be very awesome. Crap, there was something I wanted to say like right before the show started, and I forgot to write it down. But oh well, doesn't matter too much. Just gave my German Shepherd a bath, and she's all happy about it. She gets itchy. She gets itchy if I don't give her a bath too often. She was very uncomfortable. So, all right, let's get into some stuff. Let's make sure we're streaming on all the platforms here. We are streaming on YouTube. We are streaming over there on Rumble, and we should be streaming over here on the X platform as well. But let's see. Got to refresh it. Just want to make sure we are. I don't even know if anybody watches over on that. I mean, it's hard to tell. It'd be really nice if X got some sort of. I said it as a joke the other day that Elon should buy MySpace, but then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, I think MySpace is just sitting there not doing much. I mean, I don't know if anybody uses it for anything. It's like some sort of music streaming thing that people use. I don't know. But what if Elon bought MySpace and turned it into like the video streaming platform of X? I don't know. What if there was a way to do that? Just because their video doesn't have chat, like it's not set up with StreamYard well. I don't know if there's a way to do it to where I could get the chat to it's just not set up well over there there is chat over on X, and the thing is you have to have it like popped up. You have to like actively be watching the stream on X to see the chat pop up. So if anybody's watching on X, I doubt it. Maybe type something in there, just like test or something like that, and see if it pops up on the screen like I'm actually watching right now. But yeah, I don't think the chat works over there. So I don't know. People put stuff in the comments, but yeah, I don't even see a chat window. So all right, that'd be nice if X became like a legit video streaming platform. That would be very cool for me. I would like it much more. But all right, let's see what's going on. We got Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens shenanigans going on, don't we? It's the the factiest of times. It's I messed that one up, didn't I? I had a joke going. I thought about it too much before the show started. I had a whole joke, like a thing I was going to say, and it just didn't work out. But Ben Shapiro he's just been acting a little funny since all this Israel-Palestine stuff started, and he hasn't been very logical lately. And I listened to the whole, almost the whole Laura Loomer. Is it Laura Loomer? I think it was. I always get the Lauras mixed up, but Dave Smith, Laura Loomer. Yak said, what? Committed to Periscope. Oh, chat was recently introduced on X. Let me actually look back over there. I still don't see chat over there. But what about Periscope? Does that have something to do with MySpace? That'd be cool. I don't know. I just think Elon should buy MySpace because it'd be funny. All right, let's get into some. Padegan Stoner. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, man? Yeah, Tucker was just interviewing Candace. I got one clip that I'm gonna pull up and talk about. So, all right, let's get into some stuff. Let's see where this whole thing started. And it's so annoying. Quote tweet wars on Twitter and I'm calling it Twitter again. It's just the X thing is too annoying. The whole quote tweet thing is so annoying because you can't follow the original. It's hard to see like where the conversation started, and there's like offshoots because then it'll be like somebody quote tweets, and then there'll be comments below that, and then they quote. It's really hard to follow. So let's look at some stuff. Got my dog doing something annoying. Scarlett, stop that. She's not being very ladylike. Drinking Mountain Dew, betting on hockey, and consuming cannabis. That sounds like a pleasant evening. Other than the hockey part, just not a hockey fan. Never been a hockey fan. Could never get into it. Sorry. All my friends play hockey. I've just never been able to get into hockey. All right, so let's check out the Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens shenanigans. So from everything I can see, Candace Owens is taking a pretty moderate position. And, you can argue the whole back and forth on is Israel justified in what they're doing or not. My main thing is U.S. intervention, boots on the ground, U.S. funding, U.S. support, all that stuff. I don't want any involvement in it. I have the exact same stance on this that I had on the Ukraine war. It's between y'all. I don't want. Now, granted, Israel's the U.S. ally, had all that stuff going way back years. I don't want to inject my opinion too much on it, but I'm already getting into my opinion. I don't like the relationship that the United States has with Israel, insofar as Israel always seems to get the better end of the deal. And I don't see what we get in return. And, there's the viral clip of Joe Biden talking about how Israel's like our aircraft carrier over in the Middle East. We would have to have aircraft. He starts talking about how, our presence in the Middle East wouldn't be able to be what it is without Israel. It's like, well, why do we have such a presence in the Middle East? That's the whole interventionalist thing, is why are we so involved in all these other countries' affairs? Okay. Sorry. I haven't even talked about Candace yet. So, all right, let's go to the beginning here. Might have to go back a few quote tweets. Oh, this has been deleted. So, okay. Sorry. Oh, no, it hasn't. So Candace says, all right, I think this is the beginning where I'll start with. Yeah. So Candace said, read the whole thing. Sorry. So blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteous sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Okay. So looks like biblical passage, and she gives, her interpretation of it. And then Ben Shapiro decides to quote tweet her. And he says, Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means quit. So so people started ripping them apart after this too. So, well, I don't need to say my interpretation of it. Candace responded, and lots of people responded. A whole bunch of people responded to this. So yeah, this piece became like a big old thing. So Candace responds and says, you have been acting unprofessional and emotionally unhinged for weeks now, which is true. And we have all had to sit back and allow it, and have all tried to exercise exceeding understanding for your raw emotion. But you cross a certain line when you come for scripture and read yourself into it. I will not tolerate it. Yeah, she didn't. That's the thing. She didn't even mention him. She didn't mention him at all. And Mike Cernovich responds to her here, and he says he's becoming indistinguishable from the far left wing identity politics woke psycho. I'm sorry. He's becoming indistinguishable from a far left wing identity politics woke psycho. He's working the soft cancel culture angle now. I didn't fire Candace; she quit. But he should also look up the He should also look up what a constructive termination is. Okay, so let's see. Check out the chat. Sorry. Sorry, trying to read your stuff, but you can stutter. Yeah, okay. Sorry, just catch up on the chat there. All right, so Cernovich responded to her, and then so a bunch of people responded to Ben Shapiro when he says, Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means quit. Okay, so I already read Candace's response, and Lauren Chen I'll read the ones that I don't have to expand first. So Shoe on Head says, I already know it's going to be funny. She's just clever. I like Shoe. She's really funny. Why don't you get off Twitter and talk to your employee face to face? Watching her publicly execute you on the timeline has been more gruesome than some of the footage I've seen coming out of Gaza. I knew it was going to be brutal. I knew it was going to be raw. Oh man, like that. Wow, this was ruthless. I actually have to say. I have to say that really quick. That was ruthless. And whatever. Sorry, folks. Okay. And then Cernovich says must be too expensive to. Oh, okay. Must be too expensive to fire her. Would require paying out all or some of the contract. Always chill out, man. You've been wrong about most everything from Trump in 2016 to the COVID vaccine to the Middle Eastern wars you supported. If anyone needs to pray for humility, it's you. Hey, Cerno, you weren't super hot on the vaccine stuff either, or the masks. Like, there was a couple of times when Cernovich was just like, hey, there's one specific time when Cerno put out a tweet of him with the mask. He was like, hey, everybody's freaking out. Just put on the mask, man. Like, I don't know. And I don't even know if he got vaccinated, but Mike Cernovich is why I started getting blood work done. I started getting yearly blood work done. You guys should too, just to see where everything's at. And Cernovich put out a tweet that said, there's a ton of people out there talking about how they're not going to take the vaccine, but they can't tell you when the last time they got their blood work done. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I haven't got my blood work done in a long ass time. And he was making a pretty good point there. It's like, you're talking about how the vaccine's super bad for you. And it's like, all right, well, how much stuff are you doing? And I am not at all pro-vaccine in any way, shape, or form. But the point is that if you're going to say something super bad for you, I'm not going to take it. Well, how many things are you really doing for yourself that are really bad for you, and how much are you really paying attention to your health? So his point with the whole blood work thing, that tweet made me go get blood work done. That's the power of the internet, folks. Like, And I'm glad it did. And I get yearly blood work. Well, I don't now because I don't have health insurance because I'm poor, folks. And well, but we'll not get into that. So Lauren Chen, what does she say? Candace has been perfectly respectful and consistent in her commentary over the past few weeks. She's been anti-war and America first. She even had some. I'm sorry, I'm having a terrible night reading. She even had someone from the other side of the issue on her show for civil conversation, and she certainly hasn't launched any ad homs against people who disagree with her. Yet you've now attacked her publicly multiple times. It seems very personal and out of left field. Yeah, like that's the whole thing. Is like Ben Shapiro owns the Daily Wire. Like this is his creation, and this is an employee of his. You know, this is. I mean, I'm highly inappropriate, but that's part of my whole shtick. That's part of my whole thing. Is I'm actually I'm not even that inappropriate. I'm not that edgy. I'm not gonna give myself that much credit, but this is highly inappropriate and highly unprofessional for somebody trying, especially for what Ben Shapiro is trying to run. Ben Shapiro is trying to run like this legit. You could tell he runs a tight ship over there, and he's trying to be super professional, and he really dots his I's and crosses his T's over there. And for an organization like the Daily Wire that has established a pretty good reputation for what they are, which I won't say what I think they are, but they have established they're reputable. For him to go out like the creator of the Daily Wire and attack one of his employees publicly like this is just super unprofessional, and it's really out of line. So, all right. So that's how this whole thing really started. That's where it went. That's where some of the things that people had to say. 3 year, so the 3-year letterman says, sadly, Constance has already confirmed that her waterbed is heavily financed. If you guys don't know the 3-year letterman, he is a fantastic troll on Twitter, and he's just, man, Candace Owens unblocked the 3-year letterman. Are you kidding? Like you're ever going to watch my show, but come on, somebody tells Candace Owens to unblock the 3-year letterman. He's probably he is one of the funniest trolls on Twitter, for sure. He's really he's almost wholesome with his stuff too. His thing is like he always calls people the wrong name. You guys know this anyway. Sorry. All right. Brianna Greyjoy, who's a leftist. You trying to cancel her, Ben? And Ben's getting all up in his feelings for sure. Yeah. There's a meme that said the age of facts is over and the time of feelings has begun. So I guess the facts do care about your feelings, don't they, Ben? All right, let's see. Padegan Stunner, you got a verbal warning for quoting True Detective to moron customers, but Shapiro over here, you got a warning at work for quoting? What'd you do? Lonnie, what up, man? I actually agree with Candace with what Candace said. Ben is a smart man, but clearly very emotionally, I think you meant to say, you said emotionally understandable. I think you meant to say unstable on this, and I agree. Yeah, I'm with Candace on this. Yeah, I'm anti-war, non-intervention. That for some reason that's only controversial when it comes to Israel. It's like when you could say that about any other. You could say I'm anti-war in any other thing, but when you say, no, I don't really support Israel turning Gaza into a parking lot, because all of a sudden people are on the right are coming after you. It's so weird how this thing is fractured the left and it's fractured the right. It's really weird because it's really fractured. This has really shown the difference between the libertarian right and I don't want to call it the authoritarian right, but I can't think of a better term to call it than that. It's like the whole Venn diagram that's going on right now. So it's really fractured people. And it's being anti-war doesn't mean sometimes. It's you're either anti-war or you're not. All right, so let's watch this quick. Well, this is just a quick 30-minute clip from Candace's show.
Here today to endorse Nikki Haley for president of Israel. I think she's earned that. I think Bibi Netanyahu is going through a very bad time right now. Support for Israel has virtually collapsed socially. If you're paying attention to the trends and you're paying attention to what people are watching, you're paying attention to the protests. And the one person that I think is capable of getting it back is Nikki Haley, with enough money from foreign interest lobbies. So there it is, guys. I'm endorsing Nikki Haley, president of Israel. Well,
that's pretty funny. Did you guys have audio on that? I hope you did. I need to change. I always forget to do this before the show starts. Sorry, folks. Really quick. Let me change my audio. Hopefully you guys had audio on that. All right. Mo Betta. All right. Lonnie, no one cares about the Uyghurs. I know. Thanks. Thank you, guys. Cool, awesome. Yeah, what do we really know about the Uyghur Muslim situation, though, Lonnie? Like, what do we really know? It's all I know is like I heard it's bad. All right, I got the whole Tucker episode pulled up, but this is one. Okay, let's watch this quick 1-minute clip from the Tucker episode. So Candace was just on Tucker. I highly encourage everybody to go listen to that. I highly encourage everybody to go watch. So Zero Hedge just hosted, and it's funny because it was hosted by Zero Hedge, but I didn't know the dude from the Patrick Bet David podcast was part of Zero Hedge. I didn't know that. Who is Tyler Durden? Is that Tyler Durden? So that's, anyway, I had no idea. So Zero Hedge, I guess they're doing this cool new thing where I don't know if they're going to do a thing where they host debates now, but they hosted Dave Smith and it's Laura Loomer, right? I think it's Laura, one of the Lauras. I'm pretty sure it was Laura Loomer. Go listen to that. So, I mean, it was very similar to when Dave Smith debated Austin Peterson. To me, he ripped her apart, like right off the bat, very quickly. Just he pretty much eviscerated her before she got even started. It's if you're trying to, even though Laura does seem to say that she doesn't support U.S. intervention. So, if you're super pro like Israel doing what they're doing over there and you really support all Israel's actions and everything, but you're still saying, no, I don't want the U.S. to be involved. Okay. Like, I can agree with you on that. Like, but if you're super war hawk and you're like, no, I want boots on the ground. I want special forces in Gaza. No, that's where we part ways, my friend. Like, I can't. No, I'm not down with that. Okay. So Casey Martin, politicians with dual citizenship should not be eligible for U.S. government positions. I tend to agree. So that's something that I didn't know a lot about either. I didn't know a lot about all this stuff. And this is definitely opening my eyes to a lot of stuff. The whole dual citizenship thing. That is an interesting topic, isn't it? So, all right, let's watch this quick 1-minute clip from the Tucker show.
Don't have an identity. We've completely lost what it means to be an American. It is why I feel very inspired when I hear someone like Vivek Ramaswamy speak and talk about American principles. I hate the way that they illustrate their opinions about people that want that old America, that are nostalgic about that America. When someone says, and I've heard of this statement, and I can't remember who said it, but you can't be pro-American unless you're pro-Israel. I just thought of the person who's probably in West Virginia who had both his legs blown off, right? Fighting overseas, who is pro-American, and you're telling him that no, unless you agree that every single war should be everywhere, you're not pro-American.
Put Deacon Stoner, did you just ask if this is Jada Pinkett? No, bro, this is Candace Owens, man. This is the chick we've been talking about the whole show. Okay. So no, I'm not trying to make funny, but no, I guess she kind of does look like Jada Pinkett. Is that what? Did you really think that? Oh, that's great.
American. We've lost our identity. I mean, that's completely a foolish thing to say. And I say this as somebody who, if I was going to be radical anything, I'm probably radically pro UK, right? I married, I married a Brit. My children have dual citizenship. I would never utter the sentence that to be pro America means to be pro British. I love the Brits. I love everything about, I love being in the United Kingdom, but I know what it means to be pro American. It means to be pro American.
I couldn't, as someone who's ancestors from the UK, I couldn't agree more.
Yo, put Diggin Stoner. Candace would never do her man like Jada is doing Will. That's a whole dirty situation going on over there, isn't it? Man, we won't even get into that. Don't get me all off in the weeds, put Diggin Stoner. That man, yeah, I'll talk about the Will Smith situation for like an hour. That is a messed up situation. I do not have the time to get into that. But yeah, man, that slap sure ruined his career, didn't it? That everything went downhill after that. That was
don't have an identity. We've completely lost what it means to be an American. It is why I feel very inspired when I hear someone like Vivek Ramaswamy.
Sorry about that. I like Vivek too. I like Vivek Ramaswamy, and I got a idea that he was like a deep state operative off the bat. That was kind of the feeling I got, and maybe still do have that feeling a little bit, but I don't know, man. He sure says the right things, and I get more of a. Some of you guys are gonna hate me. I get more of a vibe that DeSantis is a deep state operative. Like that's just me. I don't know. The lighting makes you look bald, Lonnie. Oh, you guys are freaking mean. Oh, you guys are so mean. I think Candace is pretty. I think Candace is very pretty. She's pregnant right now too. I think. Hope she's pregnant. Maybe it was just the angle. I don't know. Candace is a lovely woman. All right, I think that's it. I already played the Nikki Haley one. Yeah, all right. So Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro beefing. There's a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about in this folder, though, that I marked out. All right, so changing gears. Here's Lonnie. I'm glad you're on here because I got a buddy in the chat right now who is just as insane about dogs as me. For those, most of you already know this, but for those of you that don't know, I like dogs more than humans, and I'm not even joking when I say that. Like I genuinely do, and I look at it from a logic standpoint. There's a handful of people on Earth that I trust. Like, and when I say trust, I say trust inherently with my life, trust to never lie to me, no matter how difficult the situation is. You'll be straight up with me. Like there's a very small handful of people that I trust to inherently. Very small handful of people. Every single dog I meet, even ones that are scared of me and might bite me, every single one I trust because I know I have an idea of what's going on in their mind, and I trust every dog inherently. I don't trust people at all. So with that whole spiel, let's talk about dogs and homeless people. So this is my boy Ricky out there in San Francisco, Ricky Wine. If you guys don't follow him, he does great work out there. He goes out. This dude is just the job of a lot of content creators, or I hate calling myself an influencer. I don't know. I'm not an influencer. I'm not trying to influence stuff. I guess maybe I am. I am trying to affect culture and, say what's going on and what my interpretation of stuff is. But a lot of like our job is to spread awareness of what's happening and maybe shed a light on something that, people know is happening, but maybe there isn't a lot of discussion about it. People don't put too much thought into it. Well, homeless people and dogs. We talk a lot about the homeless people problem, the fentanyl problem, addiction, tents on streets and all that stuff. We don't talk too much about dogs and the homeless people. So we'll play this quick video from Ricky, and he raises an interesting point. So you guys can see the screen is, it's a very cute. It looks like a puppy to me. This looks like a puppy. And, so let me fix my screen. My dog's snoring right behind me too. I can hear her super loud. Hopefully you guys can't hear her. So you guys can see this puppy is sleeping in the legs of this guy, and you can see clearly one shoe's just hanging off. He's on the sidewalk. Here's a curb right behind him, so he appears to be in the street. What's this down by his side? Some sort of electronic device. It actually looks like a tape recorder, like an old school tape recorder, but I don't know. It's clearly something of his. So the video hasn't even started yet, and you can tell this guy's like, okay, what's going on here? This guy's in the street. His pants are all the way down around his knees. One of his shoes is off. He's, again, sitting in the street. Let's hit play. And then this poor dog. Like, look how cute this dog is. Look at this face. Okay.
Poor little puppy. So disturbing and sad. This individual can barely take care of himself, barely sit up straight. He's so inebriated off drugs, yet he has this puppy that is being held captive by him. It is really frustrating to me being a dog owner. I wish I could take this puppy right now and bring it home to me and Scummy, but sadly, I'm not in a place in my life right now where I can take on an added responsibility of another dog. And I think that's why I shot this video just right now is let's have an open discussion about what it takes to actually be a dog owner. Do you feel like homeless drug addicts deserve to have a dog if they can barely take care of themselves? Please leave a comment in the comment section. Share this with other dog lovers. Let's have an open discussion, man.
So great video, Ricky. This is a conversation that needs to be had. And so I'll give you guys my hot take on it. And this is a tough one because I'm very anti-state coming in and intervening and stuff. So let's try to think about what would it look like if that dog was to be taken away from him. So what are we talking about? Are we talking about citizens going and taking the dog away? I'm almost like, if I was walking by that guy right there, I mean, today, right now, me personally, if I was like in San Francisco and I'm walking down the street and I'm walking by this guy, and the guy, I'm probably walking up to him like, hey, buddy, trying to, see if he'll react. And then if I can get the dog's attention, buddy, the dog comes with me. Judge me all you want, guys. I'm probably taking the dog. Taking it straight to the vet, make sure it doesn't have parvo, mange, or anything like that. And I'm taking it home. And it's going to be Scarlett's buddy. Like, but, and I'm not exactly in a position to do that right now either, but you guys know my situation. I just lost Molly. I had a 15-year-old Labradane named Molly, and she passed away 2 months ago. And I have a German Shepherd, and they were best friends for 14 years. My German Shepherd's 14 now. And then she's on her last few months. Maybe she get a little longer. She keeps surprising me, man. She keeps surprising me. She has this thing called old dog vestibular disease, where she gets it's kind of like vertigo for like humans when they get vertigo, and she gets really like wobbly, and she can't stand up. It's hard for her to walk, and it scares the crap out of her. She gets super scared, and she doesn't know what's happening. She starts whimpering and crying, and it sucks when it happens. And every time it happens, I start thinking about, time's coming. But then it usually lasts a few days, and it peaks. Like it comes on kind of slowly, and then it gets really bad all of a sudden, and it lasts for like a day. I have to give her like Dramamine and Benadryl and stuff, and gabapentin. But it lasts for a few days, and then like this time, all this like when it goes away, I think it's like it goes away, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm back," and like she feels good again, and then all of a sudden she's running around again. It's weird, So it's. But sorry, I could talk about my dogs forever. But point is, I would probably bring this dog home. The state, however, should the state intervene in coming and taking this dog? I actually say no. No, I don't want some sort of state program where they're going around taking homeless people's dogs. And I will explain why. Like, I don't want any additional state programs. They are always going to be abused and used improperly. We already have stuff in place that could be used that would stop this. The guy is on fentanyl, passed out in the street right now. You don't need a different group of people to come and take the dog. You need the cops to come and arrest him. And unfortunately, animal control would have to come take him to a shelter. Fortunately, that dog's cute enough. It's probably going to get adopted. Oh crap. And JJ Smith posts one right under it. Oh crap. I gotta watch this one now. So, oh God. Well, this dog's got a cast on his leg though. So, you know, I'm not even, so like, that's the thing too, is I'm not against homeless people having dogs at all. Like, some homeless people take great care of their dogs. And this video of, here, I'll expand it for you guys. Like, okay, so this is a puppy. It's outside of a store, bags of stuff, like, but, and, you know, it broke its leg, but it's in a walking cast. And, you know, the thing is, it really should be kenneled. Yeah, but I'm still against the state coming and taking dogs away. However, I am not against what I said last episode. I'm not against cops going and arresting people and giving them a hard detox if they are passed out and actively doing fentanyl on the streets, and, you know, they get busted with fentanyl on them. And I talked about this last episode. So I'm all for cops using the tools they have available to them to fix this whole homeless, and like the dog and homeless situation would get a lot better if they enforced the law around, you know, fentanyl and all that stuff. The homeless situation would improve drastically if they started enforcing like drug laws and stuff, because there are legit homeless people that are just like, nah, I'd rather be homeless because I'm free. Like, I'm not paying rent. I'm not paying property tax. Like, there are a small handful of people that are like that. And, you know, all right. So I'm not against homeless people having dogs. I am against homeless people I am against the state taking dogs away from homeless people, but I'm not necessarily against good private citizens that aren't going to take the dog and take it to a shelter. If it's a citizen that can actually take the dog in, and they see a dog that is like chained to somebody that's passed out, that could be like about to OD and die, if they took, I ain't saying shit. Nah, they want to take that dog and give it a better life. It's up to you guys. So, all right. Well, sorry, you can see the chat. So, Lonnie, did I say the FCC is involved in a huge power grab? They're voting on Biden's plan to give control of the internet and infrastructure to the administrative state. Censors incoming. No, if you got something, yeah, no, I haven't seen that yet. Send it to me. Oh, that's why you didn't have a dog when you were homeless? Well, yeah. Some people do have dogs to gain sympathy as well, to get people to give them money. So that is a problem. But, you know, some people have a dog to keep them safe. It's a companion. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I do see a lot of horrific stuff around dogs and homeless. So, all right. So, all right. Yeah, enough of that. Enough talking about that one. So let's see. All right. This was weird. Do I want to talk about this yet? Yeah, I might as well. All right. So there's a gentleman I follow on Twitter, awesome dude named Billy Ragland, who's like he does self-defense stuff, and he's like into firearms and crap like that. But he's also a medic, and there's this whole thing, this beef that started happening between, it looks like the guy deleted the post, but he started beefing back and forth with this dude because there's some Marine, I think it was, no, some Navy SEAL. Sorry, Marines. I didn't mean to mix you guys up there. Some Navy SEAL put out a video talking about how Navy SEALs carry tampons. Like they carry tampons for gunshot wounds. I'm like, what? So I don't know. Like I've never served. I've never seen a gunshot wound. I'm not a medic. So I'm really like, what? Really? And then everybody starts ripping the guy apart. And Billy Ragland just says, the guy asks him, have you ever even seen a gunshot wound? And Billy Ragland just responds with a bunch of pictures of him in an ambulance and shit. So he says, yes, I have. I'm literally telling you tampons are a stupid fucking idea. And it's just like more gauze. But this turned into a whole thing when it started, like Billy, dude ended up posting his house and they started going back and forth. And like, I thought they were really going to fight for a minute. It was funny. But yeah, so there's this whole thing about tampons for gunshot wounds. I tend to agree with Billy Ragland here. If you got gauze, I mean, gauze is probably a roll of gauze is, I mean, they come in little sterilized packs. Tampons are like, he even talks about like, yeah, they have a shorter shelf life. They're more susceptible to, they're not sterilized. They're sanitary, but they're not sterilized like gauze. Like gauze is what you're supposed to pack wounds with. And I'm not a medic though, so don't listen to me. But yeah, that just sounded like a very funny explanation to me. All right, let's talk about vegans. Let's talk about all you vegans out there. Yep. All right. Aside from annoying everybody, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Love you vegans. I'm in Santa Cruz. I have to love vegans. But if factory farming, okay, I get it. It's a good reason not to be vegan, but you're not saving lives. So this is just a quick video I came across about, this is a farmer. This is a guy that he raises grass-fed cows. So let's listen to what he has to say about vegans and all the stuff that they grow and eat.
So you have to look at how many things died for you to have your plant-based meal. And as a small farmer, as a guy who has a regenerative farm in Canada, when a tractor goes through a field full of corn or soy, which is what your Impossible whatevers are made out of, or your oat milk and all that stuff, if it's still not just sterilized farmland, there'll be salamanders, turtles, bunnies, mice, shrew, butterflies, ladybugs, and all the other ugly ones you don't want to think about. But they get chopped up by the tractor, and then birds come through and just eat all the animal carcasses that powered your oat milk. So,
oopsies.
In another version of reality, you could do what I do, which is I raise grass-fed cows and sheep and pigs that don't just eat grass, they eat a bunch of other stuff. But unless the cow stepped on a frog and that cow eats grass, nothing dies in the creation of that cow. And that cow, if I eat a pound of meat a day, it's going to last me for probably a year and a half. So my deaths per calorie from eating ribeye is 0.001 deaths from my ribeye. And your stupid oat milk has 1,000 dead creatures who died for the making of your animal safe, stupid beverage that gives you diabetes and steals minerals from your bones.
I like that dude. That dude's kind of rad. So yeah, folks, you're killing all sorts of stuff. Like, yeah, I don't really understand the not wanting to eat meat thing. I can understand not wanting to eat factory farmed meat. I can understand, yeah, that not wanting to eat factory farmed meat, but like responsibly raised grass-fed beef and guys that go out and hunt and get their own meat, man, that's like the best eating you can do. It's best food you can have. I can't wait to get my first deer next year. Lonnie, bruh, man, yeah. I got 2 different rifles that I got dialed right now, and I am really excited about it. Yeah, I talk about my lever gun too much, but I put a scope on my lever gun, guys, and it is at 100 yards. The thing, I could just super tight groupings all day. And I mean, It's crazy. After like 5 shots with this thing, it's just a hole in there like this big. It's yeah, like I bought the lever gun as I don't want to say like a boutique gun type thing, but I bought it because I just loved it. I've been looking at this thing for years. I had money put aside for it, and I just happened to be at the store and said, "Do you got a lever gun?" And he pulls out a Marlin, freaking brand new 1895 guide gun. Beautiful. And I had to buy it. And I bought it just to shoot as, fun, cool thing to have. But now it's like, I didn't realize how gnarly 4570 was. I mean, that thing I really think would go through an engine block, put down any animal on earth. I think it'll put down a water buffalo. No joke. So yeah, this might be like, it is dialed at 100 yards. This might be my elk gun. If I go elk hunting, I might go with that. And I want to get some lever or some I don't want to talk about my lever gun for the rest of the night. So it is awesome. What do you got? You guys are talking amongst yourselves in there. All right. So what else do we got tonight? There's some California stuff I wanted to get into, and I got a little bit of time, so we shall. So, as you guys saw, President Xi arrived today, and Biden met with him. And there's a lot of protests going on. I think it's like Free Hong Kong, Tibet, Taiwan protests. There's a lot of stuff going on, but there's just this just looks like regular old radical leftists to me. So this guy is just trying to leave. So I'm not for any of these people, but apparently this dude here, I'll start this from the beginning, but I guess this dude punched this lady in the face, knocked her out. So this guy in the suit here is trying to leave the whatever the conference that they're having is with all the different, world leaders and crap. So this guy's trying to leave the conference, and I'm not pro this conference at all or any of these people, but if you stop somebody's freedom of movement, they're trying to go from A to B and you get in their way, so you can't walk publicly like on the street. Yeah, I mean, I'm with this guy here. So it's, if you're starting to put hands on me to obstruct, it's go time. I'm sorry. If you're first person that puts hands on me, like I'm surprised we haven't seen a really big, skilled, somebody that is skilled in violence and really big go apeshit bananas on like 7 or 8 of these people and knock out a whole bunch of people I mean, this guy's kind of big. But anyway, so they push him back. They don't let him through.
Get out! Shame! People over profit! People over profit! People over profit! People over profit!
Am I still live, guys? Casey Martin, you said the feed dropped over on Rumble. You guys are watching on YouTube. Am I still live? Bantering left, if you're still there. I don't know. Let me know if I'm still live over there on Rumble. So you can see she's knocked out. So apparently he hit her. Go back. It doesn't show him hit her. But she's screaming at him. He's already not been allowed to move. I don't know what country. Maybe he's Russian. I don't know. So here she is standing there, and here she is laying there. So he knocked her out cold, and he got arrested. So. Yeah, Casey Martin, I guess I'm still live over there on YouTube. So hopefully I'm still live on Rumble too, and on X, Twitter.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay. I have a bunch to say about this female cop right now, but I'm not going to say anything about her. So that's happening in San Francisco. There's plenty of footage from these protests. So there's a fight that broke out between this guy's dressed up like a fireman. I don't know what's going on here, but this fight broke out. So this is all outside of the conference. If I were to guess, this is like, I think that's a free Tibet guy and pro CCP people. Maybe I am way off. I have no idea. But just the way he was dressed, yeah, I don't know. Is this free Tibet pro CCP? What's going on here? That did look like a Buddhist monk. Interesting. Which leads me more to believe that this is Tibetan, free Tibet people and pro CCP people. But I don't know. Could be wrong. Okay, I'm back up over there, Honorable. All righty. I don't know what happened over there. All right, let's see what else we got going in San Francisco. Oh, yeah, so my boy World Peace Movement over here, he was reporting earlier there's a
outside the Westfield Mall.
Sorry.
People are being evacuated.
Sorry. There's a bomb threat. Bomb threat at the mall.
We are here in downtown San Francisco, just outside the Westfield Mall. People are being evacuated in droves. The bomb squad is here on scene. Apparently there was a bomb threat at the mall. They got the dogs coming in, sniffing it out. These are turbulent times for the people of San Francisco. We got people protesting for Tibet, Palestine, Iran. Not a single person protesting for the thousands of people who have died from fentanyl, though.
That was a nice one there at the end. All right. Darren Stalkup, if you guys don't follow him over there on Twitter, World Peace Movement, does excellent work. He's always out there finding, he's got so many good clips, so much good footage that he gets out there. So give him a follow. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, so this is just more footage of them. Just what's crazy is they're just letting, like, San Francisco cops just let them. So they're stopping people from moving freely in San Francisco. So this is the APEC protest people. So here's them stopping. This looks like Chinese dignitaries or people from China, obviously, and they are stopping them from going into the conference.
Shut down APEC! 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 Shut down APEC!
And like they had, what a victory, guys. Great job. They all cheer for each other after that. A good job. You stopped people from moving freely. Look at this guy's smile. Yeah, that sense of accomplishment. Great job, guys. Freaking dorks. Like, what did that accomplish? Okay, so now they're going to walk around to the other side of the building and walk in. You guys are idiots. So dumb. All right, here's the big viral moment of Biden meeting his boss.
Ready? Face. Forward.
All right. Nope. In case any of you guys were wondering, no, Biden did not fall walking up the stairs. Believe it or not. This is from Jenny Girl from Fourth World, and everyone stole her content today. So this is funny. Well, it's funny and sad and scary at the same time. So it looks like this is Xi Jinping arriving. And look at all the Chinese Communist flags everywhere. So again, this is from Jenny, girl from Fourth World, on Twitter, and everybody like clipped her video and then didn't give her credit for it and started retweeting it, putting their own stuff, and nobody gave her credit for it. But she took this video and she put audio over it. So that's the thing. This is her. It's not only her footage; it's her clip that she created. So it's pretty messed up. People didn't give her credit for it, but this is, and it's funny. So the audio is good too. See the one lonely American flag in the abyss of CCP flags. So it's kind of annoying. But yeah, everybody stole Jenny's clip. That was pretty messed up. Yeah, that's a San Francisco thing that I want to talk about tomorrow. So, all right, so no San Francisco stuff. I might have time to talk about one more quick little thing. Yeah, I'm not going to get into any more Israel-Palestine stuff. You guys know how much I hate that topic. Oh, okay. I'll just play this one, maybe a couple more things. So this is from Gavin Newsom. Let's not forget how Gavin Newsom and Californians behaved during COVID and how authoritarian people became. People became drunk with power, and what they thought they had the authority to do was absolutely insane. And the thing that is most frustrating is all the information, everything that seems to be common knowledge to everybody now, was all this information was widely available to everybody. The masks don't work. The masks are a joke. There's a lot of people, like ordinary people, that know a lot about masks because they have to wear them for their work. Like me, for example. I had to crawl around under houses for years and years and years and years and years. I carried N95s on my van that were fitted to, like, there's different size ones. You can't just go buy any random size N95. Some people's faces are shaped too weirdly that they don't work. Like in hospital environments, you'll see a lot of people that have what's called a capper. It's a thing that goes around your face, and it has like a HEPA filter on the back. It's people that have like a small face. They can't anyway. So widely available information. Masks don't work, that the vaccine doesn't stop transmission. Even from the Delta variant, we knew from the very beginning the vaccine didn't stop transmission. All sorts of stuff that we knew. That was widely available information, but because people act like they didn't know at the time, or the information wasn't available, they act like they should just be forgiven for the way they behaved. And, we're acting on what we knew at the time. No. And listen to Gavin talking about moral authority.
Do national Democrats have a timidity problem?
This has been hard. Look, I was recalled, no small degree, because of our approach to this pandemic. And so what I'm saying here is be affirmative. Don't be timid. Lean in. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the formal authority of setting the tone and tenor on vaccines and masks, but it's the moral authority that we have, that we're on the right side of history and we're doing the right thing.
The moral authority, that we're on the right side of history and we're doing the right thing. That's the rhetoric that came out of these psychopaths. Don't forget it. And these are the same ones that are talking about misinformation being spread online. The lies that they actively perpetuated through the media, through censorship, the active lies that they perpetuated. And then they have the audacity to say that we can't send each other New York Post articles. Remember that? These are the psychopaths that are trying to control the information that we access. Never forget. Never forget what these assholes did. Bad PR guy. Nice to see you, man. Thanks for joining. Yeah, he is so full of crap. Yeah, right side. Yeah, so sorry. Gavin freaking triggers me, man. He triggers me big time. So, all right. I think that's all we got tonight, folks. That is all we got tonight. That is all I'm going to do. So we're going to go tomorrow again, 6:30. I will be back, and I'm so glad that all of you could join me tonight. Casey Martin, bad PR guy, 2 minutes for roughing. You just got on here, huh? Let's see. The image of your video tonight reminds me of the cover of Donald Fagen's album, The Firefly. Huh. I don't know that. Donald Fagen. Lonnie. Who's Donald Fagen? I know Lonnie. I know you'll know who he is. That's the inside of my Chrysler, bro. That's a picture of the inside of my Chrysler. Did you notice the air freshener? Yeah, this air freshener didn't hang itself. You can order those air fresheners on Amazon, by the way. I still have a whole bunch of them. They are fantastic. And the best part about the Jeffrey Epstein, this air freshener didn't hang itself air freshener, they smell like cheap cologne. That's the best part about it. It's freaking fantastic. I highly recommend everybody gets them. This air freshener did not hang itself. Jeffrey Epstein air freshener. Steely Dan. Oh no, I grew up on Steely Dan, man. Yeah. Didn't he do Buy Me a Mercury? If I had money, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd go downtown, buy a Mercury or two. Yeah, I think. Wasn't this? I know it was a country song too, but I think Steely Dan did it as well. Not positive. All right, folks, that is it. Andrew's gift. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Lonnie, Padegan Stoner, Wally World, Terry, I know you're out there somewhere. Thanks for hanging out. Don't want to miss anybody. Casey Martin, bantering last. All right, yeah, all you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. But you know how we do it. Before we go, got to read you a joke from the best book ever written, The Truth About Chuck Norris. Let's see what we have tonight. All right. All right, folks. Pretty simple one. Easy one tonight. Thanks again for joining, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow night at 6:30. But this is the Chuck Norris joke for the evening. Chuck Norris eats pencils and markers for breakfast, and he shits out masterpieces for lunch. No, he doesn't. I added the for lunch part, and I ruined the joke. All right, I'm sorry, folks. All right, on that note, stay CaliBased.